Hi, it's Melissa Manson here. So in this video, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to be taking one of my old t-shirts and turning it into a halter top. So I'll show you what I'm doing. So I'm going to be taking just this t-shirt and just changing it up and making it into a nice halter top. So take the shirt you want and just lay it flat down on a table. And what's a really nice way and a really nice thing for people to start doing, it's a really nice beginner way to do your own kind of cutting and everything, is actually just taking an older shirt or a shirt that you do really like, where you really like the cut and you really like the style to it, and you just kind of lay it down flat over top of the t-shirt and just take a piece of chalk and just trace the outline of the shirts, basically. I'll show you. Okay, so as you can see, I've just laid my halter top over top of the t-shirt that I'm going to be cutting. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my chalk and I'm just going to outline basically. And then I'm going to cut afterwards. And just make sure that you balance and connect the collar with the collar that it matches there, just so it fits perfectly with the armpit. So now you should have something like this. Now just flip it over and do the exact same thing. Okay, so now you're going to have this. Now what you're gonna do is just flip it over. Keep it all together though, because it is split right there, but we're gonna turn this into a corset and I'll show you how to do that after. So flipped over, we're just going to cut this part right here and just get rid of this. So getting rid of the back there, it's gonna look like this. I always like to keep the collar here instead of having to make my own. So what I'm going to do now is just cut along this way just to get rid of that piece. That way you can still have your collar. So it should look like this now. And now what we're going to do is we're going to turn the sides into the zigzag, kind of like a corset style. Okay, so now we're going to basically poke holes, starting from the top, going all the way down about, I'd say about like an inch and a half apart on both sides there. And then we're going to zigzag our string through it. So basically this is how I do it. I just kind of stab it through like that, if you can see it. I apologize, I'm not sure why my camera's so fuzzy right now. But yeah, so that's how you do it. Pull it back out and keep. So that is basically what my one side looks like. And just make sure when you're doing it on the opposite side that you're just getting it as even and close with the opposite hole as possible, just to keep it nice and even on both sides. So I like to use the scraps of my t-shirts to use as the string to do the crisscrossing and the corset. So what you're going to do is just grab an extra piece and grab your scissors. And of course you're just going to cut it, split it so you can get a much longer piece. We don't want it to be too thick, so I'm actually just going to cut this one in two and use one on one side and one on the other side. You're probably not going to use the whole thing, but we'll see. Okay, so now we have our strings. So what to do with these ones is just kind of stretch them out so they're like a nice long shoelace, because you want to have enough string in there to really tighten it up or loosen it up if you wanted to. So there's one, and then our other one. Okay, all right, so now we're going to poke holes down the shirts and I'll show you how to do that. So now we got to take the string and weave it through the holes. I like to start at the top because I like my bows to be at the bottom. You can do it vice versa, however you want, but this is how I like to do it. So I'm going to start weaving through, like so. And now I'm just going to pull it through so that it's nice and even on both sides, and just keep weaving down like I said. So this is one side, and you'll notice that I'm using a different color. I realized halfway through it I actually wanted to use a different color, so I actually just ended up grabbing a shoestring. So that's what I ended up using, and I'm going to use the same one on the opposite side, but this is what it should look like now, just like a shoelace basically. And there we have our shirt. Yay! I couldn't find the other green one, so I had to use a black one. Don't mind my cat, she just loves to be around me. Sweetheart, please. I'm sorry. Ta-da! So now I'm gonna go try it on. Ta-da! So this is the final product. So something else that I did actually, what a lot of people might want to do as well, is that the collar sometimes can be a little bit loose. So what I like to do is I like to just snip the back of it and then just tie the two into a knot just so I can tighten up the collar a little bit more. If you want to keep it loose, that's totally fine as well. So I really hope that you like my tutorial. Keep checking out the rest of them. I apologize, I know I'm not the best at making tutorials, but just keep in mind that I'm just giving you guys an idea of what you could possibly do with some of your stuff at home if you don't want to throw it all out. So again, thanks for all the support you guys are giving me. Keep checking out my work. Follow my Facebook page, Real Melissa Manson. You can also find me at Twitter and Instagram at Fairy Manson. You can also go to my website, melissamanson.ca, and also keep checking out Chickabee Entertainment for all their videos and for all their stuff as well. So thanks again, everybody. Peace out. Ta-da! Okay, so this is where we're at right now. So that's not too shabby. Very cute, cute. However, I think I want this to be a little